It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They go play action with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle
the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This to the outside for Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. Escapes the defender and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Mayfield on play action. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They go play action now. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A give. This is Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jamie Gillen now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Taylor on first down. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Play action. It's Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put...
And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a give to Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down now, it's Taylor.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he wisely would throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson, 64 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2, but I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. 7's the mark. All day, punt. Check 50, check 50. Check hot.
Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Exit. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Watch the
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And some room to work. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Indy. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. To return, here's Agnew. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he's brought down. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are right back in this football game. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Mayfield to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Mayfield to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Down to a knee goes Eason, and that should just about do it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Colts, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.